Hi friends, this is Sadiq here. Today I'm demonstrating to use AWS code pipeline to deploy or follow up CI/CD process for Mule 4 application for cloud deployment. Okay, so agenda of that, the introduction, how it works, and should what you should have, and the configuration, what you have to do over here. The introduction is that although it's as we have followed in our sometimes on-premises deployment practices or CI/CD tools, that we have to commit the codes in the branches and release the code on platform or the stage based on the requirement or regulatories or the practices. Okay, so here we are using the AWS code engine, like that is the AWS code commit and code build code pipeline. Although I'm not demonstrating completely code pipeline, but definitely I some part of that I'll demonstrate here. Based on that, you can configure or customize on your requirement. Okay, what you should have, at least you should have the Mule soft project with Mavenized project, which I have already created for me, that for demo, that I have Mavenized project, that's Mule 4.3. Okay, and you have should have enterprise credentials that to assign to the or to provide to the engine to download all the dependencies for MuleSoft project or which you have associated for based on your organization requirements. Okay, and AWS permission, you should have that to create branch, to assign user, create user that can perform the pull, commit and merge activities, configure the code build code pipeline, and check out and commit the code in the repository. You have to log in the AWS platform, which I have already logged in as my admin user. Okay, and then after that I have created one repository. Okay, let me go to the repository, code commit. Okay, this is the code commit. You can see the repository I have already created. Nothing else, you have just go to the create repository over here, that's it. Okay, it's done. And then you have to create the branches. Okay, then you can create the branches. If you go here, you can create the branches from here or somewhere like that. You can create the branches. It will fine. Okay, then you can find the all the repository, all the actions you can perform on here, and you can find the branches. Okay, I have created two branches here, development and master branch, for demo purpose only. Okay, so these two I have done right away. And then I have to go to the IAM user. Okay, then I have to go to the IAM user. This is the repository I have created. Okay, then I have to go to the user to create the user and the group, assign into the group. Okay, I have to go to IAM section of the AWS platform, and then I have to create a user, and that user will perform have access. I have to assign the roles to the user that can perform the operation on the repository which I have just created few moments back. And the group is that is to segregate or differentiate the users in the platform, like operation, development, or a product owner, or customer. Based on that, a user you have to create to find out the logs, actions, operations over in the platform. Okay, now you go to the user. You can see that I have provided all the information, related information, like AWS code commit full access to the user, right, which I am creating right now, and I have associated this user with the MuleSoft meetup. And then I have created the repository, and to access the repository I should have credentials for the specific user to assign to for the platform for the code commit. Okay, I have created to the credentials. You can go and create new credentials, and you can use that credentials to check out the code, commit the code in the repository itself using the Anypoint Studio. Okay, so I have created the code. You can see that I have created the group user. I have created the credentials. You can see that I have created the credentials. You can see that now this part is done. Okay, now we have to configure the code build. Okay, the code build process here. Let me go to the code build. Let me go to the code build process. Now code build process is very simple, and you have to assign few things based on your resources available. You can see that I have already created, but I'm creating one for demo for how I demonstrate here that how it can be configured. You can see that source, you can select whatever source you have, but I am assigning AWS code commit, and repository I have mule meetup. I am configuring this build process for development repository. Okay, now the environment, I have managed environment. I'm going to Ubuntu, not required anyway. It's runtime, standard runtime, standard 3, although it's not required because we're deploying on platform, but it's required to build your application. Okay. um, uh, this is a new role. You can specify the roles which is going to use to perform operation with the same name. Okay, on the repository or deployment. And this is this build spec. Either you can write down the build spec, okay, or you can use the file with the associated with your project. Okay, you can see that I have already associated my build spec project. Okay, build spec YML file with the project, so I can assign my build spec from here itself. Like you can copy this is the project. You have to go to the repository, then is the project name and the build spec YML. Okay, and then you can perform the operation. Artifact is not required. I'm not doing here because I'm deploying on Cloud Hub. So it's required bucket. I don't want to use any bucket. I can deploy my application on my Cloud Hub environment. Okay, rest of the Cloud Watch is the logs you can watch, or performance of the platform you can watch. But I'm not doing anything right now. Okay, that's it. So I'm not creating this one, but I already created. You can see this delete configuration build project I have configured. You can see that the code commit, the mule meetup, okay, and standard certificate, our timeout environment is not required, but you can see the project name and build spec. Okay, that is going to perform the operation on behalf of configuration. Okay, and this the cloud watch is disabled and like that. Okay, now let me go to the IAM user. Okay, so this is the IAM user which I have already created in my configuration, like which I have already done, and I have assigned this user to perform all the operation on the repository which I have already given him, right? This is the AWS code commit full access. Now go to the IAM user, right? Now go to the repository. So I have already assigned this operation to the repository, so he can perform all the operation on the repository. Okay, so go to the Millimeter repository. Okay, go to the branches, go to development, and clone the HTTP using the HTTPS URL. Okay, so you have to go to the Git section in Studio and just paste here. Otherwise you can copy paste based on that, and you can see that username password, right? As I mentioned earlier that while creating the IAM user and providing the access to perform the operation on repository, we have to you have to generate the security credentials that can be used to access or perform the operation of the repository in AWS platform, the code commit repository. Okay, this is code commit tool. So I like this is the credentials which will get once we generate this credentials for IAM user. Okay, now it's generated, and you can go and you can check that you can find the master and development branch based on that which we have already created. You can see the master and development branch, but I'm not going to check out because I have already done checkout for just to save our time. Okay, so this is the project. Okay, one very important thing, if you can see that while creating a project I have created here, one very important thing that the folder structure should be same. Okay, if you go here you can see that folder structure should be same for best practices. Definitely you can assign somewhere else, but a POM file, artifact file should be the same location. Build spec file you can keep somewhere else, but you have to specify in the whenever you are configuring the build, you have to assign the location. But yeah, definitely you should have in the project itself. Okay, otherwise you can reuse with the file some resources or referring from here. Okay, so I have file in the same project location. Okay, build is generally we follow the same practices to keep the file the same project in every project based on, and provide the configuration whatever required for that application or the environment. Here in the build spec, what you am doing that the phases I am defined as pre-build, build, post-build, right? That let me open this. Where what happened? Let me don't save. Okay, let me go build. Okay, replaced with the previous repository. Okay, done. Okay, so you can see here that the phases I have configured here, that build, and it's doing the test and doing the packaging and then deploying. Okay, the rest of the configuration I have already provided in my POM file, that where it should be deployed. Okay, and this is the build spec. Definitely I have explained that, but this is the specification where it has to deploy. It's going to Cloud Hub. Okay, it's going to Cloud Hub deployment, username, password, macro, worker one, business group, app name, application name, username, password for the authentication. Okay, although I can define the parameters over here, but for this demo I have done the hard coding in the pom.xml file. Okay, and one more important thing about the setting.xml file. This setting.xml file I'm keeping the same location in the POM, and this is contains my all the enterprise login for the Anypoint platform is to that to download the dependencies for MuleSoft project. So I am committing over here in the same project in the same structure as the source folder. Okay, then I have committed everything. I have created the build. Okay, now I have created the build. Now let's start the build process. Let's go and build process. Definitely build process with the admin user, but you can assign to the user whichever you want to assign to perform the build operation. So I am keeping here with the admin user, and he is going to perform the operation on behalf of organization. Okay, so I'll go to the delete. I'll start the build. Okay, you can let me go to the independent platform. I do not have Mule Meetup. Okay, you cannot see any Mule Meetup project. Okay, let's keep this one here. Okay, and start build process. Okay, let me tell here. Definitely you can follow from here the in progress, but let's go to the tail for better visibility. Okay, I'm going to keep this one here because you can check the live demonstration how it will be deployed. Okay, so it will take couple of moments. I'm not pausing my video, just you can see the how it works completely. So let's see how it will be deployed. It will take couple, yeah, you can see that it has started this Maven test, clean test. You can see the this is the first step of build. Okay, it's started. You can see that pre-build stage. Let's wait for a couple of moments, and we'll see that it download all the dependencies of the project, and it will deploy. It will create the build, create the packages, and then go to deploy on Anypoint platform Cloud Hub. Okay, Okay, it's still on pre-build stage. Okay, still executing and deploy, downloading everything. Let's wait for a couple of moments. It will be done. Still downloading. Just wait for that. Still in progress. Okay, so I'm pausing my video for a couple of moments and will come up once this stage is done, a pre-build stage. Okay, let's wait for, because it's taking some couple of moments more. Okay, so I'm pausing my video for a couple of moments, then we come back once again. It changes its status. So here we can see that it's downloading all the dependencies. Okay, it's right now in pre-build stage. It start downloading after a few 1 minute. Okay, you can see that. Let me go. Okay, it's downloading. Let me go here. If I can show you that. Okay, anyway, it's started right now. Let's wait for a couple of moments to complete. You can see the stage is in progress right now. Okay, you can see, let me open this log. Still being deployed. Okay, let me open my platform. Let me close this. Okay, I will open the tail log. Okay, so now it's being built, and deployment is in process right now. You can see that its artifact started deploying. You can see that it's started deploying. Okay, now the application is started deploying, and build done, completed all the phase. It has been followed. Okay, it's already followed all the steps, and deployment is started. Okay, so let's wait for a couple of moments. Once it's done, I will check that the application is up and running and working as expected. It will take a couple of moments. So let's wait for that. You can see still deploying. Let's copy the URL. Copy the URL. You can see still deploying. So let's see that at which stage right now. You can open the logs. Checking if the application started. Let's see, it's has started. Okay, it will reflect here change. Let's wait for a moment. Yeah, done. Okay, let's go and test the application. You can see the Sadiq Ali, as I have made the code here, the Sadiq Ali. So that's it. So what is that? You have to create user to create the code commit, then code build and assigned a user that can perform the operation on the repository and build the code build. Okay, and that's it. And provide the folder structure as I have mentioned in the slide, that you have to provide the folder structure as expected. Okay, you can see that the folder structure should be same. Okay, now we have our application deployed in Cloud Hub and it's working fine. Okay, thank you.